Really, really poor today. Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 1, first loss of the season in the league today. Again, you have to look at it in its entirety. The fact of the matter is, which I will start with before I start breaking it down more, I will start with the fact that this lack of style of play is catching up to us. The style of play in terms of waiting for a moment of brilliance is starting to catch up with us. Now, in the first half, we wasn't actually that bad. However, where did the best chances of the half fall to? Aston Villa. Aston Villa. Matty Target should have scored. Open goal. What happened? Luke Shaw sees the ball in the air, thinks he can win it, misses it. We're at 6s and 7s. Wan-Bissaka, again, that same bit of position when we say he comes too far over to help his centre-back and forgets about his left winger or his left wing-back or his left-back, whoever it may be, bombing on from the other side. Target gets an open goal, doesn't score. Warning shot number 1. Maguire, awful pass to David De Gea, makes him have to stretch for it. Luckily, again, they miss. So for all our dominance in that first half or playing well, the best chances of the game, of the first half, fell to Aston Villa. That's an issue. That's an issue. Today, what were we doing? We had the ball in areas, and I think Aston Villa were quite comfortable with us having the ball in certain areas. Mason Greenwood done his thing. He did. He was trying maybe a little bit too hard. Wouldn't come off for him. We couldn't really get Ronaldo in the game. A lot of fans in the fan view have said Paul Pogba's wasted playing on the left. Well, yeah, it's worked in sometimes. Why? Because he's a good player individually, so you can put him in areas where he will affect the game or find a way to affect the game. But this is a game where you need width. This is a game where you need players running in behind and stretching teams going that way. Especially a team like Dean Smith's side, who are stubborn. I called it on the way up here, didn't I? I said, Konsa, House, Mings, Target and Cash. You knew what the back five was going to be. So why was it a surprise to Ollie? To go with McTominay and Fred in there against the low block. No creativity. McTominay was invisible today. I didn't see him. Now, yes, he's coming back from fitness. He's trying to get himself in the game. Fred was the better of the two today. And to be honest, I don't really care who's the better of the two. The issue is they're both not good enough in this type of game, in this system. Bruno, I actually thought did okay. He'll get the plaudits for missing the penalty. I'll talk about that in a bit. But I thought he did okay in the first half. He was making things happen. I think he nutmegged, was it Cash or Target, one of them, you know, put a good ball in, trying to whip balls around the back, put it on Maguire's head, and another day he scores there. It kind of just went from bad to worse in terms of the performance level. But the biggest thing, you have to look at the coaching, guys. We do. And it's not an agenda. I feel like people who are constructively giving that argument have a valid point. If we were coached in a different way, we wouldn't play in these moments where a team thinks they can just quickly ride it out and then they'll be all right. That's what I think Dean Smith's done. I think he said, listen, it's Old Trafford. They got the stars out. We'll go over back five. There'll be moments where we have to defend and tuck in. It might get a bit difficult. But get past that and I think we'll be all right. And then we can spring on them. Watkins did that. Danny Ings did that. You got McGinn working tirelessly in there. They dictated the pace of the game, taking along with goal kicks, taking along with free kicks, taking along with throw-ins, taking along with everything. It was a perfect away performance from Aston Villa. Were they seriously under sustained pressure from minute one? No, they wasn't. We played well in patches like we do because we have good players, but this lack of system and lack of pattern of play, I think, is starting to catch up with us. People said it in the fan view earlier that actually, although we'd won the first, was it 4 or 5 games, we've done it without actually playing too well. You look at the Wolves game, how did we not concede in that game? But you get smash and grab, I take it. Southampton, poor first half. Come out second half, Mason scores, good for 10 minutes after that. Looks like the goal's coming. Sancho comes in, back to being poor again. Armstrong forcing a save from De Gea near the end of the game where they could have won it. Let me think. Newcastle. There were times where, even against Newcastle, sent Maximum on the counter-attack. Almiron giving us problems. But again, we've got good individuals, so at any moment they can score. But when that runs out, where's the plan B? We're not seeing a plan B. And that's the problem. The longer we go on like this, we're going to get sussed out by teams. And with this squad, with how good it is, that shouldn't be an excuse. I know we need a defensive midfielder. We need someone who can pass between the lines. Matic can do that. Donny van der Beek can do that. But instead, we're seeing them in the Carabao Cup for 90 minutes and they're nowhere near this team. Against a team who's going to play a back five where the emphasis is going to be in central areas to penetrate. Didn't see it. Then we concede at the end. Look, I think when you lose Harry Maguire and you lose Luke Shaw, we already see Solskjaer's reluctance to change things quickly, even with a full complement of subs. I understand that it was going to take a while to see that sub, but I think Cavani could have come on earlier. He could have tried to force the issue earlier, change it up, have a different formation, maybe play a straight three up front on their three centre-halves. Put some pressure on them. When Tottenham played Chelsea last week, now don't get me wrong, Tuchel put a masterclass on in the second half, but in the first half, you saw Nuno, he went with Lo Celso, Kane and Son up against their three centre-halves, and Chelsea looked shell-shocked because why? He came with something different. He put them under pressure. Now, Tuchel's a good manager, so he worked his way around it. But I want to see that from Ollie. I want to see us look at it and say, oh, they're camped in here. Actually, we're going to have a lot of the ball. I tell you what, let's match up. Ronaldo, Mason, I don't know, and Bruno, let's say, or Ronaldo, Mason and Pogba, you three go up against them three. Play up front against them three. Stop them playing out. Stop them being comfortable. Didn't see it. We're seeing a real lack of intent of trying to try something different. And that for me is not good enough. And look, I think if we carry on in this vein, the only thing that's going to build is pressure. The pressure, of course, the pressure is going to build on Ollie because we've got a squad that's capable of winning stuff. The team that we like, Ollie's done a great job at getting this team to a point where we look at it and say, okay, Varane, yeah, top. Maguire, top, like that. Luke Shaw, yeah, solid. Wan-Bissaka, cool. David De Gea getting back to his best, cool. Nice back four. Then you look at the two centre midfielders, okay, cool, we agreed any changing, but ahead of that you go Bruno, nice. Pogba, oh yes. Rashford ready to come back. Cavani, Ronaldo, Martial, Greenwood, Sancho, the list goes on. We got a good squad. So the pressure, when you keep having performances like that, is only going to increase. And I understand why. Villarreal on Wednesday, listen, if we lose that, I'm not going to say that he's gonna get sacked because he won't, but the pressure's going to build. And Villa, Villa was good. Villa were good.
Go on, Neckard!
Look, don't get your beer on me. Don't get your beer on me. Who do they support? They're doing Ronaldo, doing their thing. But it was one of them, innit? It was one of them, and the pressure's going to keep building. So there were some good moments of the game, but overall, it's the same old story. At the end of the day, the pressure kept building, and you know, we called for Cavani to come on. He loses his man, we concede. And then the penalty, one thing that really annoyed me about the penalty isn't that Bruno missed it. Obviously, that can happen. I saw Tyrone Mings probably stand about this close to the camera, right? But on Bruno, standing in his face. Where's our players saying, get out of his face? Only Fred, did you see that? Fred, like Mings was standing on top of him, and I'm like, he's getting in Bruno's head here. Where's our players? Where's Pogba? Where's Varane? Where's somebody running there saying, oi, back off, get out of his face? And I feel like that did affect Bruno. And it was almost like, I don't know whether he wanted to still prove he's a penalty taker, but he didn't do his normal penalty, which is, you know, the hop, skip and jump, relaxed. It's like he wanted to burst the back of the net out of frustration that Mings getting in him. Someone even said to me that Martinez was coming out to him and saying, oh, you get off it, you better get Ronaldo. Getting in his head. Where's our kind of hunger and bite to say, oi, get out of his face, move. This is Bruno, this is Old Trafford, this is going into the Stretford end, and he ain't missing, you're not getting in his head. Where was that? Just too comfortable. I think we lacked that ruthless streak. There was good moments, there was positive moments, but I feel like that's all they were, moments. And every game, even if we win or lose or draw, we say, we played good in that section of the game and we blitzed them. Like what happened against Leeds. Come out at half-time, Luke Ayling scores a worldie, and then we blitzed them the next 10 minutes, scored 3 goals. Like what happened against Newcastle. They scored first. So we scored first, then they come out, they get their goal, and then we blitzed them. But it's not sustained. It's not sustained. And if you want to win big things, and we're already out of the Carabao Cup, we have to work out a way to be sustained pressure. I am actually getting fed up of it, I'll be honest, because it's the common theme. This isn't a reactionary response. People who are genuinely bringing that argument have a really good point. Where is the sustained pressure? Where is the improvement in the type of football? We've got great players, so we're going to produce great moments. But patience is obviously going to be the key. It's still early in the season. That is a positive. Another thing, just before I finish, it's a concern. Luke Shaw, that game is in when? That game's on, what day is it today? What day does it say? That game's on Wednesday. Potentially, I don't know the update yet because I haven't seen anything yet, but it's probably unlikely that Luke Shaw plays. Hopefully Maguire shakes that off. Otherwise, that's going to be Lindelof in there. And Wan-Bissaka's already suspended. Who the hell, if Luke Shaw doesn't play, is going to play left back? Who? Oh, sorry, right back, because Dallow's probably going to have to go. Who's going to play right back? You're going to have to put, Lindelof there, and then play probably Eric Bailly centre back with Varane against Villarreal. Pressure. So Bad day at the office. The fans have had their say. I've had my say. Smash a like on the video if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. And you do need a little bit of calm. We do need a little bit of calm, but I can completely understand you guys' frustration about this style of play because it is coming to bite us in the arse on a consistent basis. Win, lose or draw. It's always there at the forefront.